Yo, Red Lion ESV. Welcome to the Lion Share Podcast. Now, this one is going to be real short. It's also going to be real lighthearted. But I say all this to prove a point, right? The reason why I titled this, that's how I know, right? So, boom. I'm doing my whole courting process, whatever, right? Trying to do things the right way. Chopping it up with a few people online, most of them overseas, a little pre-gaming. So, boom, talking to this, girl, young woman, and we've been chopping it up for a minute. And I don't know if you know anything about WhatsApp, but depending on the country, the service can be so-so. It can be real choppy. It could be delays. It could be delays with the video, etc., etc. So we chopping it up, whatever. She had her hair done. Now, mind you, let me not even paint the picture because she may mess around and be the missus. I may jump the broom and it's like, oh, he told a story about. Let's not do that. But boom, she just got her hair done, whatever. And I'm like, yo, babes, let me see your hair. So, I've seen her in varying degrees of undress. To the Muslim brothers, I do apologize. I'm trying to do the right thing, right? So I'm like, yo, let me see your hair. She doesn't hear, let me see your hair. And she goes, oh, she nods and goes, okay. And she's, from Africa. Won't say which country. She's from Africa. She has on a wrap dress. If you don't know anything about a wrap dress, it's just one piece of cloth. Literally one piece of cloth, right? So instead of showing me her hair, she opens up her wrap dress and she's, she's busty. She has real big titties, right? Real big titties. And I'm like, no, oh, you know what I mean? Because there's a delay. So it goes from nod okay to, you know what I mean? The full, the full frontal. And I'm like, no. Your hair. And it goes from that to the slow pause. And then she goes, oh. And I'm telling you this story not because, Shorty flashed me, which was a good look. I'm not going to lie, it was a good look. I'm not saying that because she flashed me. I'm saying that because of her response. Right? Not trying to make this deeper than anything or whatever. But first things first, the fact that this is something that while haram in the past, before my conversion and all that, in the past, this is something I find appealing. The fact that this is something I find appealing and you did it is a thumbs up. Like, oh, okay, cool. You're willing to do what the hell I ask you to do because I like it. For no other reason. I don't have to bribe you. I don't have to beat you. I don't have to browbeat you with words, yada, yada, yada. You did it because I like it, and it was a beautiful thing. Number one. Number two, the response after. There was no, oh my God, you tricked me. Oh my God, you just want to, well, you didn't pay me to see me. There was none of that. It was a, oh, oh, that's not what you wanted. Oh, and she, you know what I mean? She covered up real quick and was like, oh, that's not what you wanted. Oh, my head. And then just as quickly as it was the full frontal, it was, slicking back her hair and, whatever. Just that quick. But it was the blush, it was the shyness, it was the, you know what I mean? All that stuff played out a certain way. And I was just like, wow. And that's why I titled this, That's How I Knew. That's how I knew this living stateside and this westernized living is not for me. Not just because there's going to be a whole bunch of poor, uneducated, goofy women who want to flash me and show me different body parts. It's just the mentality of the people. There was no fight there. There was no argument there. There was no prostitution-like transaction. There's still a delicate sheen between men and women. Because truth be told, all of this stuff is a transaction. All of it is. It is a trade. Your youth and fertility for a couple dollars. I don't, fuck it, I'm going to point fingers. White men, y'all really ruined the whole transaction thing because y'all really just walk in the room and throw your dick on the table. You just ruined the entire ambiance. Like, bitch, I'm white. I got money. Let me see your tits. You know what I mean? Like, this real ignorant shit. Like, damn, nigga, no decorum or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But, when it is a transaction. But there's still a delicate sheen and a delicate dance between men and women. And I'm going to address the whole, is these women, and all y'all talk about is women. I'm going to address that, briefly. Not that I'm anyone of importance. I'm just a nigga with an opinion, but I'm going to touch on that briefly. But that's how I knew. I'm like, wow, if this is all I have to do is be a stand-up individual, put a couple dollars in my pocket, obviously stay on top of my dean and all that. But if this is all I have to do to get what it is that I want, then sign me up. Sign me up twice. Sign me up 3 times. And whatever happens, happens. But I feel like I know that this is a better deal than what I'm getting here. I know it's a better deal. I know it. These hoes be lying. These women here lie. You know what I'm saying? I be shooting that stuff down so fast. Man, you got to be careful. Them bitches got AIDS. Like, the bitches here don't got AIDS. You serious? I don't even want to say no names. No, like, from the Bronx, originally. HIV through the roof. Herpes through the roof. You got people comparing diseases. I think I put that on one of my shorts. Shorty trying to compare diseases. Oh, well, if I don't have a flare-up, then you really can't catch herpes, but chlamydia. I'm like, yo, you really trying to compare STDs, shorty? Word? That's what we doing? Copy. Get me up out of here. Get me up out of here. And there is a process to date interracially here. I'm going to be real with you. No. No. Because I know this, you know what I mean? That winter soldier chip, you say the certain things, and the culture doesn't step in, the American culture takes its place, and it just becomes a shit sandwich. Pass. So I know it's a bit of a ramble. I want there to be a slightly more, lighthearted, because I know a lot of this stuff can be doom and gloom. But that's how I knew. That's how I knew. Even though it was, haram. Now it's haram. Before, obviously I did that before my conversion and all that. But that was like, oh, okay, cool. That's all I had to do. Peaceful, laughy, silly. You know what I'm saying? Just a decent human being. That's it. That's all we asking for, is a decent human being, be treated fairly. And to tell us to alpha our way through it and become multimillionaires so we can have decency, I'm not sold on that. I think you can sell men on being the best version of themselves to get a couple dollars and live a better existence. But to say that I need to make $500,000 just to have basic human decency, companionship, you know what I mean? Somebody you can pull the covers back and go, oh, that's me. And on a much deeper level, let's be real. If that condom pops or that birth control fails, this person that you are intimate with, you fornicating with, you're going to have a kid with this person. And if they're a complete piece of garbage, you're going to be stuck to a complete piece of garbage. You know what I'm saying? And if you're in the States or in the Western world, they are going to fry you. But I said what I needed to say, man. Red Lion ESV, Lion Share Podcast. That's how I knew, man. Get it together, get your money, health and wealth, and health is wealth and all that. Take care of your health. Get up out of here, man. This shit ain't about nothing. As always, peace.